So Jammu and Kashmir, another state where the act is very much in place, mobile communications have collapsed in Sopore and nearby areas after militant attacks on people associated with the telecom business. 2 were killed and 3 others injured in separate attacks in the last 4 days. My colleague Nazir Masoodi joins us now for more on this. Nazir, what's going on? Because they managed to find militant communication atop a cell tower somewhere in that vicinity. Militants have been targeting cell towers as well. What's going on essentially? What is the local authorities, what are they telling you?
Well, Maya, essentially first the militants were using mobile phone for this, but since most of the militants for last several years were arrested by through mobile phones, they stopped using mobile phones. Militants are not using mobile phones in Kashmir anymore. What they now started doing, they put their own Kenwood set as an antenna which was established on an cell phone tower in Sopore. Why did they establish on a cell phone tower? Because it needs a power supply, and cell phone towers have 24/7 power supplies, and it was connected to its power system as well. So it was noticed by someone a fortnight ago, and police got information about it, and they seized this militant communication set from Sopore. Since then, these mobile operators were being threatened by militants. They were asking them to return this communication system, but they didn't have it. It was with the police. So they started targeting them. First, these franchises, cell phone franchises, where they were closed down. Then a franchise was targeted in which one employee was killed. Then a person in whose compound there was a cell phone tower, he was killed. Then yesterday evening, another person was associated with telephone business was also targeted and injured. So it has really badly affected the mobile phone services in Sopore and adjacent areas, and more than 21 towers are completely defunct because there is nobody to take care of them. In fact, these landlords in whose land these cell phone towers have been erected, they are requesting these cell phone companies, mobile companies, to remove them because they are facing life threats from militants. Now the police say they are working on it, they will track down the attackers, and they say the provocation is seizure of this militant communication system from Sopore. That's why militants have started targeting people associated with the telecom companies. Here is my interview with IG Kashmir, Mr. Javed Gilani.
This has started from Sopore town, and now it has spread a bit to the adjacent areas. And we have had 3 attacks in the last few days, and we're looking into all those attacks.
The fact is that even the separatist groups, militant leaders, they even condemn these attacks. But as police, their militants are behind it. What is the reason? What was the immediate provocation for these attacks?
The immediate provocation seems to be that the militants had installed a communication device on one of the towers which went missing. And so they have been looking for it and pressurizing the telecom operators and the tower owners to give it back to them.
It is a very important piece of information. You are saying there was some militant communication system installed on a telecom tower. Did you seize that, or then they were pressurizing people?
We have seized it, yes.
Yeah. So why were then they pressurizing these people, these people associated with the telecom, these mobile operators?
There was an apprehension with probably that first they were pressurizing them to part it with, because we hadn't got it in the first place when we conducted our investigations and we could lay our hands on it. Till then they were pressurizing the telecom operators and their franchisees, because they thought that they are the ones who were manning these towers, so they might have got it down.